Happy Sunday on your most favorite Tesla series on the whole internet, on YouTube, here on this channel. Every single Sunday we are talking about the top news here. And without further ado, one of our top topics is that the Tesla Gigafactory Germany will resume the works of building the next big Gigafactory to supplying Teslas to Europe, and therefore let's roll. These are the topics of our today's episode of Tesla Sunday. So we are talking about 500,000 pre-orders of the futuristic Tesla truck. We will talk about a couple of new stock analysis by Wall Street analysts that pushed the stock to further new levels this week. And also, obviously, we will talk about the Tesla stock, how it developed this week. And we are talking about one of the top topics today is the Gigafactory in Germany, Brandenburg, that resumed work after some court decided that it had to stop. So further we will discuss the Tesla 400 miles, so 643 kilometers range of battery. Apparently there are tests going on already, so very interesting. We are looking into consumer report, how Tesla was doing, and this one we will talk about that NIO, one of Tesla's most closest competition in China, needs money, $300 million. And we are talking about also the Hot Wheels version of the Cybertrack. And finally, also we will talk about the Tesla battery in Australia that is very, very profitable and making a record of revenue. So there's apparently a whole forum in the internet where Cybertrack owners or future owners can exchange information, and they tell you how much they are assuming that the Tesla will need to produce the Cybertrucks. They're exchanging on other information, and there is a spreadsheet that's showing us, due to expectation of the orders, how much orders the Cybertruck already got. And without further ado, it's more than 500,000. To be exact, as of this spreadsheet, it's 535,841 pre-orders, which is approximately 5,953 orders received per day in 90 days since, and including revealing night. So this is quite impressive to get every day almost 6,000 orders for the Cybertruck. Now, of course, you have to say, hey, the deposit on the website, on the order website, which is pretty neat, is just $100, but I see that many are ordering, might not order finally, but there's lots of people that holding back and not ordering and just ordering when it's clear when this car is delivered. It was huge on the news, obviously, because it's such a ridiculous design, is such futuristic like never a car before. And this is some news that is not officially confirmed either by Tesla nor by Elon Musk on his Twitter account. The last time he spoke about some pre-orders was via tweet on the 26th of November, where he tweeted 250,000 pre-orders for the car. Just to compare, the Model 3 received around 518,000 total reservations between its unveil in April 2016 and August 2nd, 2017, when Musk disclosed the gross reservations figures on Tesla's Q2 earnings call 2017. And therefore you can see that, you know, it's aligned approximately with the Model 3 demand or interest. Obviously a little bit higher if this spreadsheet is correct, but a very important information for you as investor or Tesla fan, that you might need to wait a couple of years to get your Cybertruck. The Tesla stock went up this week, and there was two big reasons for it. Two big investment houses on Wall Street shoot up their target prices for Tesla. Now, if you want to know more about this, I made a whole vlog how Tesla analysts were wrong so long and now are revising their target prices. So apparently Bernstein is revising from 325 to 730, which is more than double the price. And also Piper is revising from 729 to 928. I don't know how they got to this specific numbers, but hey, let's assume that they are all wrong, because Tesla will go anyway to 17,000, right? So if you're looking into the Tesla stock as of this recording, we are hovering somewhere around $900 per share. Now this is a new high in terms of this week, because it fall down in the beginning of the week. It was around 805. Then, you know, the first analysts are revised their targets, and also we had you know, the news then towards end of the week of the Gigafactory, which not really impacted the overall share price. But however, I believe there is still some, you know, holding back because of the coronavirus. Just on Friday there was released some new cases, new involvement, and therefore the whole stock market is a bit cautious. But however, approximately this week the stock went up 11.08% or somewhere around that. So pretty good for the investors of Tesla, and just another 10, 12, 13%, and we are reaching the $1,000 mark, which would be ridiculous. So I found this footage here from RT Germany, which shows us how far and how fast they are going here on the forest that they are removing for the Gigafactory. And again, for all this outside, the people that are thinking green and saying, hey, that's the strategy. First, the forest is an artificial forest to bring cartoon factories their material. And secondly, the Gigafactory and Musk and Tesla confirmed they will plant 3 times the trees amount that they are cutting now. So in the end, all is well. Nevertheless, the court had to stop the works because there was some appeals from Greenpeace-like organizations, and of course the court is in the obligation to check those, and finally decided that Tesla can continue and that this court order is final, and therefore Tesla continues work pretty fast, though there are still some organizations that trying to stop the works, but police are saying that they're removing them because this is obviously then illegal, and they are assuming that this is not stopping any further their works on the Gigafactory, though the whole approval of the Tesla Gigafactory construction is still ongoing. Nevertheless, Germany allowed Tesla to remove already the forest, which is good, so Tesla can move on this. It's pretty fast moving forward, to be honest. This is what the media is saying. I have no idea how fast you can remove forests, so I cannot say if this is fast or slow. However, we have to trust the media for one time, and you have to trust the Wolf of Dubai. So make sure to like this video if you like it so far, and also subscribe, because we are talking every single day about the stock market, and Tesla is a huge part, because I'm saying that investing in Tesla is very profitable. Since the summer, since everybody thought that this company is going down, I saw the value, and therefore if you want to ride with me along every single day, make sure to ring also the bell to get notified every single day. Let's move to the next topic. So as we know, we are not far away from the 400-mile battery for Teslas. This is 643 kilometers on one charge. This is a ridiculously range for electric car, and this was confirmed by Elon Musk on the earnings call. And while having this in mind, there is a smart guy named Jason Hughes who actually looked into the code of Tesla cars, and he said spend a little time in reviewing some recent Tesla BMS firmware, some variables were tweaked to fit 108 cell groups, so around 450 volt pack. There is a pack ID that starts life set to 109 kilowatt hours, usable 400,000 plus miles. Bunch of other tweaks suggest prep for new SX and 3 pack configs at some point. So we are ridiculously looking forward to the battery day in April, where some news about this will definitely be released. Moreover, we are looking forward to the promised mind-blowing news about the Tesla batteries promised by Elon Musk in different news channels and podcasts. So we can be very, very curious what is there to come, and battery is a huge important part of the electric future. A new consumer report came out, and they are looking into the most best consumer brands in cars, and they are choosing, how much was it sold, how good it is, how reliable it was, and so on. So Tesla made place 11 from 33, so the first third of the list, as the first in the list from the 33 as American made cars. So you can see from all American brands, Tesla is there. Well, how important is this report? We don't know. However, it's important to know that Tesla is more and more and always on this list, getting higher and higher, because Tesla is not spending any advertising money. They rather put this in the product to make the product better, because they thinking that if a guy or a girl is very happy with the product, with the Tesla, they will tell all their friends and family, and therefore it's a mouth-to-mouth advertising free of charge for Tesla. But this is something that we love about Tesla, and therefore let's dive into the next one. So apparently the closest from deliveries of electric cars competition in China, which is NIO, is having the need of more funding. Came out as Geely, the China car maker behind Volvo, Polestar and Lynk & Co, was rumored this week to be making a 300 million investment into NIO. Reports about the investment come from Yuguan Shishi, a WeChat-based media outlet. That's only the latest in a wave of rumors that the NIO company need a little bit more funding. We know how capital intense the electric car race is, and therefore no surprises there for myself at least, that NIO need to raise a little bit more money to be in the race, to be very much in the top quarter of this race, because Tesla is just racing so fast, and the people or the other companies are trying to catch up and playing in the end catch me if you can. As a kid, you might know the brand Hot Wheels. They made this small little fun toys for boys or girls that wanted to have their dream car and played with it. They're just, let's say, I don't know, a handful, and you could play with them. They were kind of metal, very resistant. You can keep them for years. And now they picked a new model that they want to bring out as a toy. And this is obviously the viral went Tesla Cybertrack. And they met with the design team of Tesla, with Franz von Holzhausen, who is the chief design officer for Tesla, and they developed a nice toy for kids out there. This should, push on the one hand the sales of Hot Wheels, on the other side the popularity with kids with Tesla, and therefore a win-win for both companies. I'm really curious how this will sell and what will be the feedback, and maybe I will buy even one. Now, we know a couple of months ago, Tesla just brought the big 100 megawatt battery in place in South Australia, because they had some problems and challenges in terms of having a really good functioning power grid. And then Elon Musk offered to build this in the record time and delivered. And since then, this battery is great for people in South Australia. Australia. And now we know a little bit financials behind it, because the French renewable energy developer Neon's just released their Q4 2019 statements, and they are operating the plant in Australia, and they just did 4 million in revenue, and also the revenue went up 14% just because of the South Australian battery business. So you can see that, you know, this is a really money maker out there. Just I read another article within days on shortage on power, this battery could put power into the system, and obviously this can make a huge of money for the investor, and the return of investment is absolutely great. And therefore I believe this is the reason why Elon Musk said the battery business can be even bigger than the automotive business for Tesla and also for the whole world. It will be such an amazing thing, because in the end, if you look into the grid, into the power system nowadays, we have power that is being generated. Doesn't matter if renewable or other ways. Obviously we prefer the renewable and sustainable friendly way, and then it goes directly into the grid system. So if this doesn't work or has some issues, we don't have power, there's no capacity to store it. It is very old system, and therefore needs some refreshment, and therefore Tesla is also leading in this as well. So, you know, what should I say? I don't, you know how I feel about Tesla and the Tesla investment of the future. I'm saying this since the stock was at 178, and therefore thank you for watching.